Alright, that looks like it's working. So, as I wrote in the description, I had a little bit of an internet issue during the week, so wasn't able to get the Cold War map at the same time as everybody else. So this is going to be my first flight on this Mac. Really, I did like a quick takeoff and shooting weapons just to get familiar with the F4 again. I hadn't flown it in a while, but that's about all I did so far on it. And what I did is I made a flight from Hannover to a little target I built here, which is just west of the border. Let's say the enemies have come in, they've killed a few things here, and they've set up a supply camp, and they'd probably continue out west afterwards, but this is just a small supply camps with a few tents. Let's go check what it looks like. Looks a little bit like this. I've got this Jeep there. There's a little bit of AAA. There's tents, a little bit of infantry. Just something to bomb close to a road near the border in a typical area where it's close to a city, and you know, just to have something to look at and to bomb. It is my first flight, so I made a really quick mission with very simple objectives, and I'm flying an F4. I've equipped it with 4 CBU-87s in the center and some rocket pods on the outside pylons. Don't have any air-to-air because I didn't put any enemy planes. I just want to fly and go have a look at the map. Put a little bit of wind, not too much, but it's gonna sort of show there on the chimneys. There's a little bit of smoke coming out of there, and I've put a few smoke markers near the target so that get to see a little bit better where it is. So let's go try that. Let's hope it's gonna be fun. So I'm just gonna check again. This looks like it's good. So let's come back here. I've already set up my cockpit. I think the only thing I didn't do is set up the radio, so we could check for where we are. Frequency for the base is 25245. I don't know why I'm doing this. There, this 2524. Oh, I guess that's it. Okay, good. And here we'll go manual and sets. I'll just check to see if it works.
Forward 4, request order. Forward 4, request taxi to runway.
Is that 27? Not. That's not the right one, but I'll take that one anyways.
Forward 4, request takeoff.
Alright. So we're not on the correct runway, but the way I've positioned the wind, it's going to be fine. We'll have the wind in our face. Oop, I had set up an alarm, so there we go.
Engine's good, airspeed off the peg. 80 knots. There's 100 knots. Black's up.
Ooh. Never a good idea to fly outside the cockpit. I was trying to show something cool, but let's try that again. Now that's going to be a bit better, right? Just to show off the scenery a little bit.
Miles to the identification point.
We're gonna climb, try to stay under the clouds. And we're gonna head for our IP, which is pretty close at 14 miles. So we've got a nice European one camo scheme so that it fits with theater. Didn't really set a year for the mission, so I'd say late 80s probably.
10 miles to the identification point.
You can see the exits on the highways. I like how the cities have like residential areas. You have more densely populated areas. You have those power plants. A little bit of smoke from the smokestacks. That looks all right. From this altitude, it looks fairly flat, but in some areas of the map, when you're flying pretty low, you'll see that there is like quite a bit of terrain that's interesting to fly in. Right now we're already at like 7,000 feet, but I think in the area over here there might be some
5 miles
mountains.
to IP.
We do see some peaks there in front. You know, that area has a few mountains, so could be something fun to go fly in. So I should probably get my plane in the right direction.
There's 2 miles to IP.
It's the kind of map I've been wanting for a long time. I just wish we could have like something that looks a bit like the Caucasus map with those fields and forest areas, but a little bit bigger.
Good steering to the target point.
And it's like my wishes have been heard by somebody somewhere, because I was hoping to get it like in an area that would make sense for Cold War operations, and this is going to be like the best place between the eastern and western parts of Germany here. So I'm gonna speed up the process here to get to the target. There we go. And so my target area, I've put a few things on fire, so we should see some smokes up there. So I'll move the autopilot and go look in that area. There we go. So we've got some smokes there, some smokes there. These are the tents that we were trying to hit. So let's dive for that target. Like I said, my bombs are pretty much already set up. So we're gonna dive on this target.
And captured.
Okay, so I want to be able to see my altitude. Oh, we're getting shot at by AAA.
2 miles to the target.
Bombs away. Let's see what that's gonna look like. Oh, that looks good.
I've got steering updated for next turn point.
We'll drop some countermeasures. Climb back up. Alright, that looks good. So we'll switch to the rockets. We'll go direct, and then we'll set up this thing to like 35 or so, I think is usually where I set it for rockets. And yeah, it looks good. Got a lot of fire going on. So I'll go for a rocket pass, but at the same time I'm going to try to see if I spot any AAA. If we can eliminate some of that AAA, that would be nice. Lots of things blowing up. I see some vehicles still down there. Gonna trim nose down because I want it to pull up. I saw some AAA there. I have to be careful about that guy. Can see the nearby city as we turn. So we'll aim for those there. Oh, and he's shooting. Let's get out of here. Did we get him? Yeah, I think we did. I was shooting lots of rockets, but oh, there's somebody else shooting. Yeah, there's AAA just down there, but I don't know exactly where. There's some almost right below us here. If we could spot where they're shooting from, it'd be fun to go try to go get them. Okay, just spotted them, yeah, right there. So we'll have to be careful not to shoot at civilian structures, but that's them shooting, of course, yes. Let's get some speed and dive on him. Hopefully we don't get friendly houses. Let's see, how did we do? They're still shooting. So I guess we didn't get them. But yeah, it's kind of a nice scenery. It's gonna be for a good place to make like really good scenarios. So as I said, this is like the first one I created There's not much left to look at here except those AAAs. My target is pretty much destroyed at this point. So I would just fly back home. So hopefully you enjoyed my first little look at the map. As I said, there are areas like there in front where you have more mountains. If you want to make like missions where you have a little bit more fun in the terrain. But this is going to be a fun map. So that's going to be it for me. There's something else I needed to do, so I'll be back maybe later on exploring that map again. Cool handout.